Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast,
where things will be misquoted
and opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded.
Hey guys, welcome to Locked and Probably Loaded with DJ and Kelly. I'm your host, DJ Qualls, and I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Kelly Blackheart. Hey Kelly, how you doing?
Hello, how are you doing?
I wish I was dead. I wish for the first time that you were dead.
Oh, that's really sweet. I also wish that.
I want to file a class action lawsuit against Mexico. I feel fucking terrible.
It should be against ourselves because everything was self-inflicted. But
I mean, I don't feel terrible. I feel empty. Like, I feel like empty minus. Like, I feel like if I were to try to refill myself with whatever is a person is full of, hope, dignity, that I would have to overfill twice just to get back to normal.
Yeah, it definitely feels like every ounce of energy has been drained from us. Like, for the first time ever, we truly only uttered a couple of words to each other in the car on the way here because we had to save every bit of energy to come here and do this because we're exhausted. Also, I just got my voice back. My voice was totally gone for a few days because everywhere there is loud. Everything's loud.
I never noticed that your voice was missing. I think most women lose their voice at some point when in a loud. Most women I know seem to lose their voice faster than men.
It's easy for me to lose my voice. My choir teacher in high school would always get pissed at me when I would come back from a weekend of playing volleyball because he'd be like, "You have to sing in the choir," and I'm like, "Shut up, guy from Footloose or whatever."
It's loud.
I had never seen that movie.
Well, it's just like it's not. Is it loud, or are we at an age where we notice that it's loud? Because like, I've noticed like at the Oaks, the music seems enormously loud.
No,
lately.
I mean, but where we were was like the Romantic Zone is very clubby. It's the gay center of Mexico,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of dance music. But even the Roxy had a live band and all that stuff, and so it's people trying to have conversations while there's also a live band. Most of the time, like if you and Ty were talking, I couldn't hear anything you were saying, so I was just staring at your lips, trying to follow the conversation, and then eventually I would give up and just start drinking.
We were doing
heavier.
that on purpose.
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
It actually wasn't even that loud. You're just talking really loud.
So let's talk about our trip. We just got back 2 days ago, but we left last week, went to the airport. I met your airport wife.
Oh yeah,
First stop of the trip.
yeah. Her name is Chelsea, and I have a whole airport family stashed all over the world in different airports. And she is my LA airport wife. So I go in the morning and see her at the American Express lounge. And I was looking for her, and I was like, "Oh, she's not here this late," 'cause it was like 12:30. And
It was like 10:30.
was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never know what time it is.
Yeah.
With all these watches, you would think I would fucking. I can't actually tell.
You
time.
don't even change the time on your watch.
They're not digital. No, my watch was wrong the entire time, and I realized it on the last day.
It was party time. The whole time.
And then I was like, no, and I was like, well, I'm usually not normally here this late. And then she came back from break, and she was like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Yeah, she was very confused
Yeah.
to see you not at 6 a.m. But when we got there, we only had 30 minutes in the lounge until we had to leave to get our flight. So we were smashing drinks. I think we each had three.
What took so long? Because I usually have a good 2 hours in there. Was security weird?
No, security was fine. I think traffic was a little bad, and then we also we didn't leave as early, I think, as we were initially planning.
Oh, that's right. I was 30 minutes late.
So whatever. So by the time we got on the plane, we each had like the equivalent of 8 drinks.
Mm-hmm.
We have some children sitting behind us, not just nudging the seat, kicking the fuck out of our seats the whole time while their dad is sitting right across from DJ, and he's just got his headphones in, locked into the TV. He's like, "They're not my fucking problem right now."
Yeah, he has 4 children with him. I didn't see his wife. Was she there?
I don't think so.
She probably left because they had
She was
poor
in
fucking
first class
service.
somewhere. She's like, fucking deal with it. I turned around at one point. I'm like, hey, bud, can you try as hard as you possibly can to not kick this seat? Because it's like, but then he gets up later and he like has to use the chair to stand up. He's like, I'm sorry, is that okay? And I'm like, well, now don't be a punk about it. It's okay if the seat needs to move because you're doing something, but you were just sitting there punching the seat. Flight was fine. We get there. It is hot as all balls in Mexico.
It's not as bad as I was expecting. I thought it was going to be way worse.
You don't think anything's hot though.
I mean,
It's cold here now.
it's cold here. I mean, it was cold the day we got back. It was like 70 degrees. But I expected it to be as hot as it was in like Southeast Asia. And that is fucking hot.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't that. And Sergio, my friend who owns a bar there, said that that's as hot as it gets. So if that's as hot as it gets, I can fucking deal with that.
Yeah, I was able to acclimate. When we got to the airport, we go through security. They found some of the vapes
They didn't find mine this time. They found yours this time.
because yours were in your pocket, like pant pockets,
cargo pants.
They didn't find all of mine, but either way, they go through your bags when you get there, and they only picked one bag in both of my suitcases to go through, and it was the one that I had several vapes in. And so they were gonna we thought they were gonna take them, and then they were like, this in Spanish, they're like, this is a fine, this is a violation, it's a felony, blah, blah,
$100
blah.
fine to have carrying with vapes, right? And then I asked for them back, and I didn't ask for them back the first time. And then an American person, came up to me in the pool, or that girl it was that same girl who we wound up
No, not loving.
not loving. I won't say her name. I'm going to try to tell a story for the first time in my history as a human being without mentioning a name. So I better stay away from it right now. But she came up and she was like, how'd you get your vapes? I was like, well, they fined me and I just asked for them back and they said, okay. And I didn't the first time.
Yeah.
And she didn't either.
Yeah.
You feel like a fine, they're going to take them from you.
For sure.
And-
I didn't like, you're like, and then I keep them, right? And the guy's just like pushes them all towards us. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
If
So
you
it's
don't
just
keep them, they cost about $50 for like
for
like
400 puffs.
400 puffs. Yeah. Mhm.
Which is fucking crazy. So we get through the airport, and then DJ gets accosted by every single airline worker and their mother to take pictures and all that stuff. However, the good part about the Mexican airport is that they're serving you drinks that whole time. So while DJ's taking pictures with people, I'm being fed shots.
They're serving
shots
us
and
drinks. Nobody else is having the same experience.
Okay, well, I had like 3 little cups of margaritas and probably 6 little shots while you were doing your meet and greet with everybody.
It's so funny. Not saying you're doing this, but it's so funny because I do this all the time. I'm like, well, they were really nice. The police were very nice there. The jail that they escorted me to, they put me in a private room. Like, yes, you're on fucking television. But my own friends forget it. They're like, oh, everybody was so great and accommodating, and they gave us drinks. Yes, it's because they recognize me. It's not because they think we're awesome. It's because everybody down there is.
Well, but I mean, they have full bars behind their desks, so they do give people drinks when they're
they're
signing
selling
up for
tequilas.
excursions and stuff like that. I
They
think.
also, I bought you a bottle of tequila there. They're selling.
Yeah, I think when they pull people over to say like, hey, we have these excursions you can go to, all of that stuff, they're feeding people drinks so that they'll get a little loose and decide to sign up for the timeshare presentation.
Are timeshares illegal now?
I don't think so.
I think they're becoming illegal.
I think maybe the presentation, like they probably have to be more forthright about what the presentation is, because they're like, hey, if you just go to this 90-minute presentation, you get a spa day and you get a free night, blah, blah, blah. And what they're not telling people is we use such high pressure sales tactics that you're not going to walk away with this without spending $40,000 on a timeshare that you don't use.
The resort we were tying at right last time, they had this thing where we were in like the mid resort, like over by the marina, but if you wanted to stay in the good resort, which was by the romantic zone, they would be like, we'll set you a couple of nights up over a 5-night stay there. We'll have dinner, and I'm like, this has timeshare presentation written all over it. We'll schedule a breakfast. You'll go over in the morning. You'll take a couple of days of luggage. I'm like, this is a timeshare presentation.
Yeah.
And it was.
See, that's the thing. It's like I've always been like, yeah, sign me up for a timeshare presentation. I can't afford anything. There's no pressure that they can put on me that would put the amount of money needed in my bank account. So
I know, but how do well, I mean, what do you when you're there? I think you're there, right? Can you get out of it?
yeah, but a lot of them are 90 minutes. Like my brother Grant always loves going to those because he's like, no, fuck you. I'm not buying anything. I came here for the massage or the whatever it is. Like, so I think because those people are so good at sales, you get people who are like, well, you know, we are here on vacation. Wouldn't it have been nice if we were here just staying at our place? We wouldn't have, you know, it's like they do that like devolving thing of, well, we would save money, I guess, if we were to come back here again. But it's usually on the first day of the trip, too, where it's like, we like it here.
Yeah. I mean, also, how much you've spent to get there is fresh on your mind.
Yeah, totally. So we go to the hotel, drop our stuff off, immediately start getting drinks. You started on Chi-Chi's, obviously. We actually started a TikTok on the Loaded Pod page where I was going to record him every Chi-Chi he had. And now I'm just
at some point I realized, like on Chi-Chi 29, that they make them differently than the last resort. The last ones were made with coconut milk. This is made with dairy milk and the heat. And once they dry, they turn in dry out a bit. They turn into plastic. I put one down the sink so the maid didn't have to deal with it, and it's still there.
It will still be there forever. So if you're staying in 317 at Playa Los Arcos in Puerto Vallarta, that is DJ's Chi-Chi, and you could sell it on eBay for.
Did you sign it?
I was waiting for it to crawl back out.
But I think I only got like 6 videos of him doing Chi-Chis, and then, you know, you forget so many, and then he decided to stop drinking them. So I think I'm just going to have to put a screen up that says like 800 Chi-Chis later.
Yeah.
And then there's a picture of us on the plane both looking absolutely dead. But then we went to, we decided to go to, you've been calling it Gusto's. We've been calling it Gusto's, but Sergio says it's Gusto's.
Yeah, because Sergio is a guy from Kansas City. Both of his parents are Mexican. He opened a bar called Gusto, but every single person who there except for him calls it Gusto because Gusto means I like in Spanish.
Yeah, he doesn't even know his own bar.
He gets mad because it's Gusto.
I was like, I thought I've been pronouncing this wrong the whole time. Serge I love him. He's become a good friend to me.
Yeah, Serge is the best. We'll talk about him right when we get back after these whatevers. So Sergio is fucking awesome. Like from Kansas City, doesn't wear shoes anywhere, which we were so confused by because we walked from the pool chair or the lounge chair to the pool, which was about 2 feet, and almost fucking died because our feet were on fire. But he's just walking around the streets of Puerto Vallarta, shoeless Serge Jackson.
Sergio has Fred Flintstone asbestos feet. Nothing phases him.
We go there. His bar is very cool. So like, if you like a dive bar, great place to go to. There's no air conditioning, but there are dogs in the bar. There are good people. So Sergio and his wife run the bar. His wife is Naomi. George is a bartender there who just moved recently to Puerto Vallarta from Minnesota. He's fucking awesome. I love him. So if you and Lisa go, you guys are going to be right around there. You should go for sure.
Where are you guys staying?
Hyatt Ziva.
Oh, that's in the South Zone. It's probably about a 20-minute car into
in South Romantic Zone.
No, it's called the South Zone. It's
Oh,
beyond.
you said he's in the Romantic Zone.
I'm probably.
You're not. So there's the Romantic Zone. There's Ampas, and then south of there, like a good 20 minutes from the Romantic Zone. It's private. If you want a beach vacation where that's what you're doing, and there's not a lot of goods and services around it, that's where you go. Like
yeah, he doesn't want to leave the resort
because
Yeah, but Lisa's gonna want to go into town 1 or 2 nights.
All right, it's a good 20 minutes.
It's not bad.
No, not bad at all. And they have Uber there because the cabs we discovered late at night would be like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go. It's a windy ass road. Yeah, but Ubers will do it.
Yeah, everywhere is close. So it's like somewhere would be 2 miles away, but it would be a 25-minute trip because it's cobblestone roads and everything's uphill and winding roads and all of that
And in the
stuff.
South Zone, there's only one road in and one road out.
But we're there at Gusto's drinking, and all of a sudden this guy walks in and he starts setting up some stuff in the corner, and he's setting up tattoos, a tattoo station. And I was like, obviously I was planning on getting a tattoo here, but not on the first night because I want to go swimming. But then Ty gets a tattoo, so I'm like, well, I have to get a tattoo.
Ty's tattoo looks like Caitlyn Jenner. It does.
It does a little.
What's it supposed to look
It's like Greek statue of Caitlyn Jenner.
It's like a classical woman's face, and it looks like Caitlyn Jenner to me.
Did the guy have a book and you just picked one?
He had a cork board,
was
and
flash.
so you could pick a flash, and then he would just take it off and put it directly on you. So I posted on my Instagram story, like, I was like, if this dog doesn't come over to me in the next 5 seconds, I'm getting a tattoo. And I posted a picture, and my sister-in-law circled the ones that she liked, and I was like, okay, I'll go get that one because they're $40.
What'd you get?
I got the hands that were holding. One was holding the sun, one was holding the moon.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, you have.
Well,
Well, there were many things that happened that you were like, I don't remember that. It's starting to
I've
flake
never
a
seen
little
that
bit right
before.
now. Yeah, you have. We FaceTimed Luis when we got to the hotel on the first day there, and we talked to him for like 7 minutes, and then I brought it up to DJ the next day. I was like, yeah, we FaceTimed Luis yesterday, and he's like, no, we didn't. And I was like, I'm pretty sure we did. But then I was being gaslit. I was like, I think I have false memories. And then I look, and it's like, Luis Castillo FaceTime 7 minutes. I was like, oh, we did.
Here's my policy. This is the tattoo that I want to get. It's my life's motto. If I'm paying for shit, I don't have to remember anything. I paid for that.
I don't
trip,
care if
I don't
you
have to
fucking remember
anything
it.
ever.
Yeah.
It's my memory, and I'll lose it.
And that's the thing. I also lost my belongings. I lost my wallet 3 times in the same day. I lost my phone a couple times. And here's the thing. I get it. It's annoying. But when you sigh and I pulled my wallet out to pay the bill.
To be fair, this is not about me. I have
I'm not-
never once given DJ shit for losing
I'm not
anything.
talking about you.
I know, but the implication here.
By process of elimination, we can pretty much figure it out, right?
Well, no, I mean, we were hanging out with lots of people. So
okay.
the thing is DJ has hands that don't like to hold things. And so if you give him something into his hand, he's going to put it down. He needs a purse, which we decided this week that he definitely needs to have like a crossbody, something or other that he can just slide things into.
You meaning the collective you met me like this. And the thing is, the only time I ever have a problem footing the bill is when I'm punished for it. And that's what I'm talking about. Because I want to do what I want to do when I want to do, and I understand that I make more money than most of the people around me. That is fine. I wouldn't bring it up. I will bring it up, though, when I have a car full of sighing motherfuckers, when I have just paid a fucking huge bill, and you have the nerve to do this. I'm like, you're close.
Is it because you were going somewhere else? Like I don't understand.
There was the time that you lost your wallet. It was funny because when he realized he lost his wallet, I had just gotten an Instagram DM from one of the bartenders at the place that found it, and from Alondra. She was awesome.
Hey, Alondra.
But
You up?
she messaged me in Spanish, and I didn't read the message right away. It was like literally I just found out that DJ's wallet was gone. I was like, hey, DJ left his wallet there. Do you see it anywhere? And then as I translated her message, I'm like, she's texting me to say DJ left his wallet here. Like,
I have a
good,
backup.
we're on the same page.
I have a backup wallet. This happens all the time, and I wasn't bothered by it because first of all, I knew where it was. I knew it wasn't in the Uber because I do an Uber sweep now. Like I always look, I check, I do it every time, even when I'm sober. I always sweep the seats. So I knew it was there. It was the last time I used it. But the thing is, and then I wasn't even like we have to directly go back and get it. I was like, or I said, I'll go back and get it and come right back.
Yeah.
It's just easy. And they're like, well, it's open till 4. I'm like, I know, but a lot can happen between now and 4. And also, what kind of condition will I be in it for?
Right, yeah, exactly. Will we want to go back there or whatever?
And then Uber is
AM or
$2.
AM.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ubers were $2 to get there.
So I was like, I'll just go back. I don't have to interrupt anybody's night. And then we wound up going there and having a better time than we had the first time we were there.
Yeah.
So you went back for round 2 just to get the wallet and then had another drink
and,
when you were
and
there?
then stay there for a long time.
Everybody followed me there.
Yeah.
And then they had a better time.
That's awesome.
Well, because that bar that we were talking about, that was the Roxy with the live band. So Alondra was one of the bartenders, and this guy named Luis was the bartender, and he was fucking awesome too. Like I got in real good with him. So it's like every once in a while we would take a shot of Fireball, but then like 10 minutes later, Luis would come back to me smiling, like handing me a shot glass. He's like, and then he would pour himself one and me one, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck you, but I love you.
different Luis than the one you
Different
FaceTimed.
Luis. But I did text Luis going, found a new Luis, you're out. But yeah, like anytime you lose anything, I know in my heart not to care about it unless you start to think it's a big deal. Like I know that you either have backups or whatever it is. So
I know
to me,
myself.
it's not, I'm never frantic about it because I'm like, oh, whatever, we'll get it. Like shit'll work out.
It always does. And I'm also like I have a spare wallet with a duplicate driver's license, unless that's illegal, in which case I'm joking. And I have a couple of credit cards and $1,000.
Yeah.
I'm just that because I know that at some point the problem is it always comes. Well, no, the beautiful thing is it always comes back.
Yeah.
But at some point it's not going to come back.
You can also you can give things to me if you want me to hold them in my purse.
I know,
But to me, like, I
always
like
so
that
blurry.
kind of stuff. Like, when little things like that happen that other people it's a big deal to them, to me, it just adds to the adventure of life. Because had you not left your wallet there, we wouldn't have gone back and the night may not have been as fun.
Okay, I don't have. You just pulled it up, and I was totally lying to you. It's the first lie I've ever told on this show. I do not have 2 California driver's licenses.
We were being satirical.
You have
about
you have an
fictional.
ID card. ID cards are allowed. You're allowed to have a license and an ID card.
Yeah, it says it right here. While you can't have 2 driver's licenses, you can have a state issued
Yeah.
ID card in addition to your driver's license, which is what you have.
That's what people get.
That's what I have.
That's right.
Shut the fuck up, everybody. Don't you even dare. He'll just pay the fine and we'll get our vapes
All
back. It's
stories
fine.
told on the show are fictional until proven otherwise.
I don't. First of all, the state of California has better things to do than listen to this bullshit.
Right.
They wrote that in my birthday card last year.
The state of California as a whole is our #1 listener.
Anyway, it was a great trip. We don't have to go blow by blow.
What about the guy that when you checked, I don't know if it was when you were checking in, but some guy, like you followed him or followed you back or whatever, and he freaked out and came around the corner.
Oh, that was when
hugged
we
him.
got there. Yeah, he was.
Was that check-in?
That
Who's
was
that?
at check-in. Juan, the guy that I took the video of.
Oh, that was at the airport.
That was at the airport, and
That's
so
it looked like the hotel.
yeah, no, that was at the airport, and so DJ followed him back on Instagram, and that was the best day of his life. And then that guy messaged me like 5 or 6 times throughout the trip. Hello, good morning. When am I seeing you today? And I'm like, oh no,
I'm not coming back to the airport every day. No.
I think he wanted me to go do one of the timeshare presentations, and I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Was he selling something?
I don't know, but that's the only thing. I didn't ever look into the messages. Like I was just getting these little snippets pop up where it's like, when am I going to see you today? And I'm like, you're not.
In your dreams.
You could look at my Instagram profile though if you want. That's free.
He was a little cutie. I mean, not in like that. No, I want to have sex with him, but he
Yeah,
was,
no, he
I
was
like
so
smiley
excited.
energy.
Um,
And we'll talk more about smiley energy after these messages. I like smiley energy.
yeah, for sure.
Because I don't have it.
No, you do not. Oh, we went to McDonald's. McDonald's is better. It's better there.
I think it's because they make it with real meat, real hamburger, and real chicken.
Yeah, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Well,
It
there-
was
so
good.
the food laws in Mexico are really strict about what can be in food. It's because they don't want to kill each other. Also, and I said this to a man who wasn't Mexican, and I was like, also I think there's a lack of aggression, and then his response, male aggression, and his response was because we're in a touristy area, and I'm like, I would not exactly call Gusto a touristy bar.
No. Because that area was not touristy at all.
No, it's
Yeah,
in
that's
the
very-
5th of December
yep.
neighborhood. The single de diciembre was not. Oh, and the other thing is, I'm always shocked at how much Spanish I know. Mm-hmm. But this little boy, Kelly, is a child magnet.
Oh God.
Every time she's in a public setting and children are around, like at our pool, they will. Like the pool was fucking enormous, and they will swim over and just chill right by her.
Yeah. Like the pool had this ledge where they had like recliner lounge seats or whatever in the pool, so you could lay out but still get the pool around. And the kids were doing this thing where they were like just kind of crawling on that area, which is fine. But at one point, I was sitting at the edge of my chair and I was just leaning back, and the kid wanted to get me past me, and instead of just going around me this way, he decided to climb on top of the chair. The chair's slippery, so he fell on top of my head.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, come on. And And then I have that video of the one kid with the noodle that was like slapping people or whatever, like right
mean,
near us.
they're just
They
being
just would
kids.
come over and splash and then be everywhere else, totally hands to themselves.
But they only wanted to congregate near Kelly.
At one point I had to, and it wasn't just kids, it was everybody. At one point I was sitting in the pool and this girl sits on top of my foot, literally on top of my foot. Almost the whole pool is
She
empty.
wasn't a girl, she was a woman.
A woman, yeah. Yes, a grown woman. And DJ walks up to me and I go, "Can you see me?" And he just started laughing because I was having an existential crisis that maybe I had died and I wasn't actually on this trip, because everywhere I went, there was spacious places for everybody to go, but they were right next to me, and I genuinely thought maybe I was Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
Did she stay on your foot?
Yeah,
Yeah, until she moved her foot.
I towed her a little
and
bit.
then and then
towed.
and then her kids and husband came over and sat right, and cause by that point I joined her, and then Kelly swam out to the waterfall, and on their left there was a ledge that went on for miles, and so they moved into the space that Kelly was in. And
yeah,
then-
I don't think I'm real.
Were you in the shade?
At that point,
There was,
there was
it was
shade.
a tiny sliver of shade right there, but there was also other spots with shade throughout the pool. So like a lot of people were like, "It's because you were in the shade." I'm like, "No, there were other spots. Trust me."
But on the left side of this family, it was all shady, and they just took her spot. And I was like, "That's so weird. I'm still sitting here, and she's right there. Wouldn't you assume that she was coming back? Maybe it's custom.
all
I'm
my
not aware
stuff
of.
was still there. Like
Oh, they sat in your seat.
not in my yeah. I mean, yeah, it was my seat at the ledge of the pool, and it was just so funny because it was like
they moved over, so
Right.
we were sitting on a ledge in the water, and Kelly went out, and so. Instead of everybody coming and congregating on the left, they just moved into the spot that was vacated. So now they were doing it to me.
that is my luck though, is that the amount of times I've wished I was dead is that I died a long time ago, but nobody told me, and so I'm still going through the motions of being alive. Like, God, I wish I was dead. And
You're
you're
the
like,
sixth
bitch,
sense.
you haven't been alive for 17 years. DJ does this podcast by himself.
It's a solo podcast.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting because usually when people tell me that stuff, I'm like, that's a big a sense of self-importance you got, that people are following you and they're sitting all over you, but they were.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is fascinating to me.
But that's the thing. I'm
And then I got drunk and forgot about it,
Yeah.
and the next day I had to be reminded of it and denied the whole thing.
But that's the thing. It's I'm not somebody who's like really quick to complain about things. Like I'm pretty tolerant and patient of things, but like when I notice patterns or something like that, I'm like, are you seeing this or am I fucking crazy? But it's not like I was upset by it. I just thought it was hilarious because it was just everywhere I turned there was somebody right on top of me.
I love Puerto Vallarta. I've been several places in Mexico. I still want to go to Oaxaca. I want to go to Mexico City, but it feels like somewhere I could be when I'm older, and I'm already establishing a sense of community there. And Ty and I are going back our Christmas present to each other. I was like, why don't we? Because Ty is on his like 950th day of Duolingo, and I got to tell you, you can't learn Spanish from Duolingo. You can't. And as evidence of it, I don't think he spoke 2 words of Spanish while he was there because nobody cared where his suitcase was.
Yeah.
Well, he knew where his suitcase
He
was.
kept
so
going,
all
my
of his-
hat is on the train.
Yeah,
And people are like,
so
okay,
all of
what
his
train?
Spanish is useless. And it's so fast. People are speaking rapidly in the same way that we're speaking rapidly now.
Yeah.
And so the way you learn any language, especially if you're not a child, like I do speak a decent amount of Spanish. I understand a lot of Spanish. But at 10 o'clock at night, I've been translating all day. And so I'm just like, I can't think anymore. And my friends who are like Croatian or who are not native English speakers, who are great English speakers, after a while, your brain's like, I don't want to fucking do this right now.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I paid $187 to get this fucked up. I do not want to have to translate. But I was like, what we should do is we should go down and take a Spanish like immersion course for 2 weeks. And we can't do it for more than 2 weeks. I mean, technically, I think I would rather do it a month, but we have Christmas with the kids. So 2 weeks, we'll be in different, and I think it'll help that we'll be in different levels.
Yeah.
So he won't have to sit there and try to speak Spanish in front of me because it's embarrassing to do it in front of somebody you know.
Right.
And you'll be able to try things out. And just by repetition, like going down the street in an Uber, you see a word, you Google that word, and then you hear that word in class. And you're like, oh, that's what that word is. And then somebody says it. And you're like, what are you saying? And you're like, oh, it's that word I saw on the sign.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how you learn. And it's not a difficult language to learn. The great thing about Spanish is that how it's written is how it sounds. They don't have a bunch of G's thrown in, like they don't have wind and wind and read and read.
English just is
a trap.
Such a fucking hard language to learn especially as an adult. But we make it so difficult for no fucking reason. You can't have so many words having another word that is the exact same spelling, but it is pronounced differently and has an entirely different meaning, and expect that people aren't going to be confused by that. Yeah. Oh, there was another time I was in the adults only pool, and it was completely empty except for me, and a guy came in and he sat right next to me and whatever. But these other two people came in like 30 minutes later, and I'm just sitting there like looking out at the beach, and I hear, "Are you Kelly?" And I turned around and I like freaked out, and I was like, "Yes, why?" And they're like, "We saw you with DJ and Ty, and we knew that DJ had a podcast with his friend, so we were wondering if that's you." And I was like, "That is me. This is very weird." But they were fucking awesome. They're from Seattle. Jason and Katie, what's up? Jason owns an arcade bar in Seattle.
And these are not the people that we met.
No.
Who are also American. Whose names we will not.
Yeah,
we will not
I ended up coming around on the girl, but she came up and
with a right hook.
Yeah, well, she came up and I hadn't met her yet, and so they were at. It was me, DJ, and Ty sitting at a table, and she came up and Ty was like, "Oh, I'm DJ," and she's like, "Yeah, I met you yesterday." And he goes, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yeah, 150 people introduced themselves to him yesterday. Like he took pictures with every single employee at McDonald's. He got stopped on the street constantly. And so for somebody to be that self-important, like, I met you yesterday anyway. So she's talking to them only, like, "Do you want to go out with us?" And they're like, "Well, what's the plan?" And she's like, "Well, we're just gonna walk around." And I'm like, "I'm out."
And we're like,
and then
"No, we don't."
And then she looks at me and she goes, "Who are you to them?" And I was like,
it was aggressive energy.
It was just like, it was one of those things where it's like, I'm totally not a hater of anybody coming up. Like, I take videos of people taking pictures with him. I'm so proud that he's so nice to people that want to get pictures or autographs or whatever. So it's never that I'm like side-eyeing anybody who comes up to him. But the attitude that came with that, I was just like, "Oh, do you think I'm somebody like you who just like got in their good graces on this vacation and became friends with them?" And it's like, "Oh, who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Who the fuck are you?"
I think,
and they ended up coming out later that night, and she talked to me when everybody else was unavailable, and I was very nice to her, and she was really nice back to me because I was giving her a lot of grace and I was being really nice about her situation. But I was like, yeah, don't fucking come at people with that energy.
And then she fell asleep at the bar.
Standing up.
And then the next day she saw Kelly and asked Kelly if she was all right.
Yeah, she goes, "How are you feeling?" And I was like, "Bitch,
better than you."
What do you mean? I was trying to get you to look at me with at least one of your eyes, and you did not. They was just like this. But
I never saw her again.
I was like, "I have no voice." And then she's like, "Oh, okay." And I just walked away.
Too hard. I never saw her again. It could be, maybe my memory is not because I have ADHD. Maybe my inability to hold things is not because I have ADHD. Maybe it's because I went to the pharmacy more times than you did. Mexican pharmacies will sell you anything.
They have memory pills?
We didn't purchase those.
They have pills that take your memory. So they have reverse memory pills. So, and I went there, but nobody went as many times as somebody else.
Somebody came back a pharmacy. I think people should be proud of me. This is the one time in my life that I've been approached by random men on the street 8,000 times asking if I wanted drugs, and I said no every single time.
Well, I didn't buy drugs on the street.
Ma'am, you want weed? It's like, no, but you can't go 10 feet without somebody offering you drugs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like,
yeah. Here's the thing, but also you're just like, you're not wearing a lab coat. Hello.
I get my ecstasy from Dr. Ecstasy.
Yes. Have you met Dr. Morena Nortega? She works right over there.
So you can't fly into Mexico with nicotine, but you can fly out of Mexico with whatever you find.
So that was the thing that I was worried about. So full transparency, I mean, most of this is jokes, but so my anti-anxiety medication with prescription is fucking expensive. And I take it so infrequently. Like I take a quarter of a milligram of Klonopin once every few months. Like my prescription of 30 milligrams lasts me for over 2 years. The bottle, all the paper's peeled off the bottle. And I went there and like 60 milligrams was like $30
Yeah,
or
it was something ridiculous. I think it was $15.
Yeah. And I bought 2
And
packs
you
of
bought 2
it.
packs, yeah.
So I will never have to go to the doctor ever again for this. And the other thing, because medicine is so patriarchal, like my doctor will decide to change my medication that I only use for security and in absolute emergencies for something that I try and puts me into a coma.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, and you've asked for the shit that you want. They're like, okay, drug seeker.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
a pill seeker.
I'm like, how am I a pill seeker? Like,
it's like if I were a drug seeker, I would be willing to sample anything that you would like
Yeah.
to give me because I want to try it out.
yeah, I would be like, you know, the things that you gave me that put me into a coma. I tried them; they weren't for me, and then I lost them.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
I've never done any of that, and we'll be right back after these messages. No, we're going to Patreon to talk about what bastards doctors are. Not all of them. My buddy Jason's a doctor, and I love him, but patriarchal bullshit makes me mad.
Yes. And you can follow us on social media at LoadedPod. Send us an email, probablyloadedpod@gmail.com. You can join our Patreon for this extra goodies we do and our live happy hours, which we did do a live happy hour from Mexico, which we'll talk about next week. And let's see, you can call us 323-272-3908 and find us on YouTube, Locked and Probably Loaded.
And medical tourism is very good, but don't do it in the romantic zone. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast.
Where things will be misquoted.
And opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked